is P.O.C. This is psychopathic pacing, 9PTC 938, Ontario Montclair School District. That is the demons that are in custody of the demon-possessed children are engaging in surveillance at D Street and Vine Avenue. 8EOV 988. These are demons that are stalking together. 8ZKE 723. They're doing so with regard to tracking my steps, knowledge of who an American citizen is that they are together stalking, in furtherance of murdering that person. That murder is a commission by the government, not an unknown occurrence, pursuant to a pattern of conduct. That is the fake son, 9JTZ011. This is the documented 503 D Street, where the fake son and the Ontario International Airport are gang stalking, which I have into the afternoon. This is the entity that's maintaining impossible light activity over their homes, maintaining impossible light activity on the ground, maintaining what is in that specific environment shown to be nothing other than pacing back around. These are demon-possessed psychopaths, and this is what they're actually doing. Going back and forth and back and forth. They're mentally ill, and they are trying to feign being sane, feign being law-abiding citizens, and also feign being, not stalking you. And all they're doing is stalking. 9MET656, that's the impossible light activity coexisting with stalking. 9MET565, And this is, again, the demons that listen to them being documented, engaged. That's a Latino male. Minor children on the bus. License 1628187, and you look at the light activity, that's a show of aggression by sex offenders in custody of children. 1537140. The entity engages in that also with helicopter activity while they're monitoring your evidence, engaging in what is threatening you, sexually violating you, using children to do so as you documented in real time. They also engage in having sex with children. They replicate that violence as well while I document the fact that they are pedophiles. License 7KRX529, that impossible light activity, which is, again, coexisting with what is the fake sun. 8:06 a.m., the fake sun is remaining over me at the bus stop where Jay Sandoval is making a threat, remember? But when I move away from that bus stop and I'm walking and the people of the state are maintaining presence, 8 SIR 804 is stalking, not engaging what is traffic. Nor is it traffic when you're molesting with impossible light, where you're also targeting, and you're a psychopath. You prosecute the company and the demon operating the vehicle, representing a company that's engaged in a pattern of conduct for the purpose of murdering an American citizen that company is stalking, keeping under surveillance, in conformity to a statewide pattern of conduct. This is the entity that does so with the school districts, with the teachers, with the bus drivers, with the school janitors, with those that are engaged in so-called maintenance, they're engaged in what is genitalia surveillance. They're engaged in what is stalking with light. They're engaged in what is targeting and furtherance of murder. That's why you see demons driving buses as I document that pattern of conduct, and they engage in replicating it. And this is the psychopathic pacing. D Street and Vine Avenue, P.O.C. These are the demons that go into the library and take shifts stalking. 8ZBA 169, mentally ill. Mentally ill. This is another iteration of the sparking with light while they're stalking in my path inside of a building. 9FHW154. Their obsession with the light is they are demons who are stalking all together, obsessing also over my genitalia in this same manner. They're in their homes all stalking. 8TYW527 is stalking with every demon in the path. And they are all inside of what are facilitated venues, not private property. And this is changing the laws while the people of the state are showing you how domestic terrorism is executed in the U.S. They're being deported. They're being separated from children. They're being prosecuted as terrorists. They are going to federal prison while they share in kidnapping and murder of the American people. 8MYC396. And this is the threat that are the demon possessed. Okay? POC. 6RLJ068. 9GDR343. 9WTW365. It's 8:08 a.m. The entity has the fake sun that's remaining over me at the when I'm remaining at the Ontario Town Square, and I showed you from 7 in the morning until after 4 p.m. I'm moving far away from the town square. I'm engaged in real movement, and the population is stalking. That is proven through what is the specific environment. Okay, the supernatural presence that the sun would be at the Ontario Town Square as I'm documenting, and then also what is a supernatural occurrence where that fake sun does not remain like you document it, where the entity is stalking as an airport, following with the population, in furtherance of murder and violent sex offenders, perpetual sex offenders. 9EDS186, stalking with light, stalking you in bathrooms, keeping you under surveillance, violating your privacy, and doing so with children and doing so to children. This is POC. It is currently 8:09 a.m. This is 503 D Street. where the entity is engaging in what is massive surveillance. The government is remaining inside of these homes. They're not private citizens. It's not private property because of the government's pattern of conduct that's underway by the people of the state in all means, at all places, and at all times. This is changing what is the actual operation of a system, which is speaking to an illusion regarding private property, regarding private rights as an individual. This is the entity that's engaging in what is that pattern of conduct. That engineer light is speaking to what is state surveillance, not a private citizen. This is, again, speaking to what is all state action as well. And this is speaking to the way in which the entity is going to be prosecuted and what is mandating changing the ways in which the laws are operating, the ways in which they're designed to appear and the illusion that they're creating, such as privacy, such as individual rights, when the government is actually acting through the people of the state to engage in what is a government pattern of conduct while they are sharing in what is a matter of public corruption, where you don't have any private property rights. And people like Starbucks, companies like Starbucks, they know that. They create these laws in order to engage in obstruction of justice, which I documented. So while they're engaged in this pattern of conduct and you're engaged in then kidnapping under Section 602, when you're engaged in what is criminal activity on behalf of a government, a public entity, whose shoes you are in, you're going to prison for that. That's called malice. That's called malice. So I'm breaking down the malicious pattern of conduct, the malicious system that incentivizes, that facilitates, enables it. While the predators are stalking you themselves, they're not private citizens. These are all state actors. And the cockroaches are going to prison. The cockroaches give birth to demons as well. You saw the underage minors engaging in terrorism. They're giving birth to them and they're engaging in that P.O.C. together. Okay, this is P.O.C. It is currently 8:10 a.m. under the fake sun that remains over me. The fake sun remaining over me is speaking to what is stalking by a population in their homes, where they work, as they travel. On the roads and the highways is what the language speaks of under Title 18, Section 226, Section 2261, sections, subsections 1 and 2, okay? This is the P.O.C. federal stalking statute. All right, the entity is engaging in this pattern of conduct, and they're doing so while they are engaged in what is interstate commerce. So that's why I'm speaking to the entity that's stalking by plane, helicopter, using the train, using the roads and the highways. Okay, interstate commerce is relevant to the entity that is engaging in surveillance. So this is speaking to the ways in which your privacy is being violated and the ways in which you're engaging in surveillance and the entity is engaging in surveillance. Okay, this is P.O.C. It is currently 8:11 a.m. at 503 D Street.